Kingfish had quite a surprise last night. After supper, his wife, Sapphire, announced that she was going out to attend the baby shower for Clara Van Porter's cousin. After half an hour of careful grooming, she has just emerged from the bedroom.
Say, Sapphire, ain't you a little dressed up for a baby shower?
Never mind that, George. How do I look?
Sapphire, to me you never changes. You look just like you did when I married you.
Oh, George.
Yeah, and you'd think in 22 years you'd have done something about it, too.
Listen, George, for your information, everybody tells me that I have the figure of a young girl.
Well, if you has, they ain't making the young gals the way they did when I was a boy, I'm telling you that much.
You talking about looks. What about that head of yours? If it wasn't for your protruding ears, I might as well be married to a billiard ball.
Now, wait a minute here. If you think...
I'll get it.
No, I'll get it now. Wait a minute, honey. Hello? Huh, done hung up. You know, that's the third time today that's happened. The phone rings, and as soon as I answer it, whoever it is hangs right up.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about it, George. Maybe the man's dialing the wrong number.
Yeah, the man might, wait a minute. How'd you know it was a man?
Well, I don't know. George, I gotta be running along to the baby shower now.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Sapphire. You ain't by any chance meeting another man in Sub Rosalie, is you?
George, don't be ridiculous.
Well, why couldn't they have this baby shower in the daytime? I don't like you going out at night alone. It's dangerous.
George, don't be silly.
Well, if you must go out, then you better leave your money at home.
For what?
Well, then if something happened to you, at least I don't feel like I done lost everything. Oh, Henry Van Porter, what bring you down to Lodge Hall here?
Oh, I just thought I'd drop in and pay my respectacles.
Guess our wives had a big time at the baby shower last night. Mine didn't get home till way after 11 o'clock.
What baby shower are you talking about, Kingfish?
The one that your wife and my wife went to last night.
Well, now, just a minute. I beg to deferential with you, Kingfish, but me and my wife went to the cinema last evening.
Now, wait a minute, Henry. You must be thinking of some other night, 'cause last night was the night they had the baby shower for your cousin Effie.
Kingfish, my cousin Effie is 72 years old, and as far as babies is concerned, her showering days is over.
Henry, in the immortal words of Shakespeare, things ain't as kosher as they should be. My wife come home from the shower at 11 o'clock and it wasn't even hell.
Yes, that's a strange thing, all right.
Yeah, and that ain't the only thing that's strange. Last night before she went out, there was 3 mysterious phone calls. And every time I answered, the party hung up. You know, you can kind of hear that click there while they're waiting.
Yes. Well, Kingfish, I think there's only one conclusion we can draw. Your wife is headed down the Primrose Path.
Henry, this is a terrible blow to me, but I gotta face it. My wife is seeing another man. Oh, me, I wonder who it could be.
Well, it occurs to me, Kingfish, that it must be someone you know. Them telephone calls. The reason the fellow must have hung up is because he was afraid you would recognize his voice.
Yeah, that's right. He must be a close friend of mine, somebody I know. But, Henry, I can't believe it. She couldn't be interested in another fellow when she got a man like me. After all, Henry, look at what I has got to offer a woman. I has got as always appear, Henry, I is in trouble. Oh, me, 3 o'clock in the morning. I've been tossing and turning here in bed half the night. Can't get to sleep. Sapphire and another man. And it might be somebody I know. Could it be... Oh, it couldn't be Andy. Yeah, but it might be. Yeah. Andy. I can see him with Sapphire now. Meeting her somewhere. Tipping his hat to her and saying, "Hello."
Oh, Andy, darling, my loved one. These secret meetings with you mean everything in the world to me. Andy, you're charming, you're manly, you're handsome. You're just what every woman wants.
Oh, I has a dog, all right.
Andy, suppose my husband George finds out about us. Look at me, Andy. You're not afraid. You're brave. And if he finds out, what'll you do?
What'll I do? Ha, ha, ha. Leave town.
I'll go with you wherever you go. When will I hear from you again?
Well, I'll call you tomorrow as usual, and if the old fathead answers, I'll hang up.
Andy, my love. Oh, Andy.
Oh, what was I thinking about? Andy, my best friend, turning against me. It couldn't be him. But who else? Oh, me. Who could it be? It must be somebody I know. Yes. Yeah, I know who it could be. I can see Sapphire now with him, talking to him.
Oh, my darling, I know you're the one for me. All my life I've waited for someone to come along and kindle the spark of love, fan the dying embers of romance, someone who could set aglow the smoldering fires of ecstasy.
Honey, shake hands with an old lamplighter.
Oh, just think. We were star-crossed to meet each other. You, one of my husband's best friends.
Yeah, every time I hold you in my arms, I can't help thinking about my poor friend George.
Yes, and every time I'm in your arms, I cries for poor George.
Oh, yes, darling. Every time I kissed you last night, I just broke down and bawled like a baby.
And every time I kissed you, I cried and cried and cried.
Honey, I'll meet you tonight at 7 at the same place.
All right.
It looks like another one of them balling evenings.
Oh, Calhoun, my lover, my dream man.
Oh, no. No, it couldn't be Calhoun. But who else? Let's see now, who else could it be? I'm running out of friends. Uh-oh, I know. Yeah, it must be him. I can see Sapphire with him now. I can hear her talking to him now.
Oh, speak to me, my Prince Charming.
Well, if it ain't, well, look, well, hiya, babe.
Oh, Shorty, these last few days have been heaven. We've danced together. We sang together. We even walked in the rain together. What else shall we do together, dearest?
Well, I'd like to drive in the, I'd like to go to the museum, and I'd like to go to the concert, and I'd like to, smooch.
Oh, Shorty, Shorty, my one and only.
Oh, no, it couldn't be Shorty. What is I thinking about here? Look at the time. It's 6 o'clock. I better get up and walk out in the parlor. I got to get a grip on myself. I just let my imagination run away with me. Sapphire couldn't be interested in no one else. I think I'll get dressed and go out to the beanery for a cup of coffee. Uh-oh, there's Sapphire's pocketbook. I hope she got some money in it. She must have something. I give her a quarter on the day before yesterday. Oh, yeah, here's a change purse. Hey, what's this note here? Tried to call you all day, but your husband was at home. Get in touch with you tomorrow at my place. Signed, Michael. Holy smokes. There's something going on. I got to find out who Michael is. Hey, I like that Sapphire. My friends ain't good enough for her. Got to be sure I don't get up too soon.
Kingfish, is you trying to tell me that after all, this is your wife, Sapphire?
That is right, Andy. I even found a note in Sapphire's purse. The fellow's name is Michael. Oh, I tell you, Andy, it's an outrage.
Yeah, well, them things happens, Kingfish. After all, this is a free country.
Yeah, well, I admit, Sandy, that under the Constitution, every man has got a right to the pursuit of happiness. But they don't have to go chasing it around my house.
Listen, Kingfish, you has been suspicious of Sapphire in the past, and there ain't never been nothing to it. Sapphire just ain't the kind of a gal to engage in no extravehicular romances.
Yes, Andy, I guess you're right. There must be some explanation for the thing. Listen, Andy, hand me the phone there. I'm going to put it point blank to Sapphire and get these crazy suspicions off my mind once and for all.
Yeah, you'll see that this fella Michael is just a figment of your imagination.
Hello?
Excuse me a minute,
What's wrong, Kingfish?
Either Sapphire got a nasty cold or the figment just answered the telephone.
Oh, you got a wrong number, Kingfish.
Hello, has I got a wrong number?
Well, this is Lehigh 49900.
I was calling Lehigh 49... hold the phone.
Now, don't get excited, Kingfish. Maybe that fella's up there for some reason.
Yeah, that's it. Hello?
Hello? Hello, who is this?
Now, let's get this thing straight. Is this the residence of Mr. George Stevens?
Yes, but Mr. Stevens isn't here.
He isn't.
Why, no. I wouldn't be here if he was.
Well, just one more question I want to ask you, mister. Would your nickname by any chance be Mike?
That's right.
Oh, I tell you, Andy, I'm going to get a hold of Michael, whoever he is, and beat him to a pulp. I'm going to fracture him in 9 or 10 different places.
Well, I don't know whether you're going to get anywhere with that approach, because if this fellow's interested in Sapphire, you is up against a fellow that can really take it.
Now I wonder who that is. Oh, Amos, come in.
Oh, good afternoon, Sapphire. I dropped up to see how you was coming along with your plans for the surprise party for the Kingfish's birthday tomorrow night.
Oh, fine, Amos. But I'm so afraid he'll find out about it and it won't be a surprise.
Well, I seen him with Andy this morning, and he didn't seem to know nothing about it. He was upset about something, though. By the way, what you giving the Kingfish for his birthday?
Oh, I'm getting the Kingfish a brand new suit. He really needs one, you know. I'm getting it from that new tailor down the street, Michael.
Oh, from Micah, huh? Yeah. They claims he's a good tailor, all right.
Yes. He's been calling me to make an appointment to look at materials, but George has always been home. He finally got up here this afternoon when George was out.
Yeah, he really had to sneak up here, huh?
Yeah. You know how it is with George. I was in the kitchen, but I think he called while Michael was here. But I'm sure he didn't have no idea what was going on. I gotta find some way to get rid of George tomorrow night, though.
Oh, get rid of him?
Oh, yes, for about an hour, so I can get the surprise party all set.
Oh, yeah, well, I gotta be getting back, Sapphire. Well, we'll see you tomorrow night then, huh?
Yeah. Well, while George is out, I think I better call Michael and let him know what materials I selected.
Yeah, well, I know that the Kingfish is gonna have a very exciting birthday when he finds out what you was doing for him. Come on, Andy. We're going in the house here, and I'm really gonna have it out with Sapphire about this fellow Michael. You can be my witness.
Yeah. Well, I'll come in with you, Kingfish, but if she starts trouble, I'm going to get out of throwing range.
Yeah, well, I'll kind of sneak the door open here easy and see if she's home. Quiet now, Andy.
Hello, Michael? Yes, my husband is still out, and we can talk freely. What's that?
Wait a minute, Andy. She's talking to Michael on the phone now.
Yeah, let's listen.
No, he's not a bit suspicious, Michael. He ain't got no idea what we're up to. And I finally figured out how to get rid of him.
Get rid of me? Andy, did you hear that? They're planning on bumping me off.
Yes, I planned it for tomorrow night at 7 sharp.
I guess you want to get to you before supper and save a meal.
Quiet, Andy.
The measurements? Well, Michael, I'd say he's about 6 feet tall and weighs around 200 pounds, so we'll need a large size.
Holy smokes, Andy, there's already ordering my coffin.
Oh, yes, that sounds wonderful. I can hardly wait to see him in it.
Oh, me, this is terrible. I never knew Sapphire was that heartless.
Quiet, Kingfish. Let's listen.
What's that, Michael? Well, nothing too lightweight and not too warm either. I want something that'll be comfortable wherever he goes.
She really looking ahead, ain't she, Kingfish?
Yes, that's right. Uh-huh. Oh, and another thing. Just be sure it's good, strong material and well-made. He'll probably do a lot of kicking around in it.
Kicking around in it? Holy smokes, Andy, they're planning on burying me alive.
And don't forget, you promised a silk lining.
Well, at least you're going in class, Kingfish.
And that's it enough. Let's get on back out of the door here and close it quietly.
Kingfish, it sure look like Sapphire's about to make you the late George Stevens.
Oh, me, Andy, this is terrible. This is awful. Just think. Sapphire's going to do away with me.
Yeah, Kingfish is serious, all right. A thing like this is liable to bust up your marriage.
Oh, Andy, just think what a disgrace. My wife's going to murder me. The sweet Rose of Marietta is going to do me in.
Look, Kingfish, it ain't going to do you no good to stay locked up here in the lodge hall. You got to fight this thing.
Yeah, you're right, Andy. I'm going to think of some way to keep Sapphire from bumping me off. I don't want to spend the rest of my life as a corpse, you know.
Yeah, well, Kingfish, I done brung something here from the library that might help you. It's a book about famous cases where women's done away with their husbands. I figured if we know the different ways that Sapphire might try to knock you off this evening, then we could guard against them.
Oh, that's a great idea, Andy. Let me see the book. Yeah, look here what it says in the opening paragraph. Say here, the most common method used by women in doing away with their husbands are knife, gun, hatpin, hatchet, strangulation, gas, poison, or drowning.
Yeah, well, you get a nice choice there.
Oh, me.
Let me look at that book, Kingfish. You know, they got some actual cases in there. Here's one. The famous Minnie Crutcher case.
Yeah, what'd she do?
Listen to this. On the night of September the 4th, 1906, Minnie's husband had just got in bed. She kissed him good night, patted him on the cheek, turned out the light, and then hit him over the head with a baseball bat.
Oh, me, a baseball bat. Tell me, Andy, was the fella...
Yeah, it was a home run, all right. She done Joe DiMaggio'd him right into the next world.
Andy, Sapphire may try hitting me on the head in the middle of the night. How's it going to go out against it?
Well, there's only one way I can think of. You got to figure out some way to keep dodging and weaving while you was asleep.
Yeah, well, my air raid warden helped me. That ought to help some.
Say, here's another case. Oh, boy, this one is a beaut. This woman got a shotgun and then took a steamroller.
Hold it, Andy, hold it. Put that book down. This ain't doing me no good at all. You know, Andy...
Hiya, fellas.
Well, hello, Calhoun. Look, you just the man I want to see. Boy, I is really in trouble.
Kingfish, if I ever come in here and you wasn't, I'd know I was in the wrong place.
Yeah, but this time the Kingfish is in real trouble. Graveyard trouble.
Yeah, Calhoun, my wife is infatuated with some fella named Michael. And I just found out that on account of this man, Sapphire is planning on bumping me off. Calhoun, they're going to rub me out tonight at 7 o'clock.
No fooling.
Yeah, Calhoun, it's hard to believe, ain't it? I just think only 20 short years ago, Sapphire made an agreement with me. She stood up with me in front of the preacher, and she promised to love, honor, and obey until death do us part.
You know, it looked like you and that contract is about to expire at the same time.
But Calhoun, the Kingfish want to know what to do about stopping the whole thing.
Well, in cases like this, it's always the boyfriend that does the dirty work. And if you know the thing is going to happen tonight, my advice to you is get a bodyguard.
Bodyguard? Now you're talking sense, Calhoun. Does you think you can get me one?
Be happy to, Kingfish. Just let me look through my little black book here with the names of my best friends in it.
Yeah, go ahead, do that.
Yeah, let's see here. Lefty Simpson, Knuckles Knudsen, Lead Pop Lewis, No-Nose O'Rooney.
You sure got a nice circle of friends there, Calhoun.
Yeah, I'm pretty choosy. Wait a minute. Here's the boy, Sam the Slugger. I'll call him. He'll probably do the job for $10.
You mean that he gonna charge me just $10, huh?
Yeah.
Hello?
Sam, this is Calhoun. You want to make $10?
Sure, what's the deal?
Well, a friend of mine by the name of Stevens is liable to get bumped off tonight.
Yeah, what's the pitch?
Well, look, I want you to hang around outside of his house, and if you see any suspicious-looking fella sneaking around there, let him have it on the button. Then drop by here, and I'll give you the address.
You can count on me, Calhoun. I'll pop him on the jaw so hard he'll end up with all his bicuspids on one side.
Okay, and like I say, Sam, there's $10 in it for you.
Yeah, so long, Calhoun.
Well, thanks a lot, Calhoun. Now what happens?
My advice to you is to go home and set tight for the rest of the evening. And don't let Sapphire set no trap for you. As long as you was in that house, you was all right.
Yeah, that's right. But I just thinking, Calhoun, suppose Sapphire's boyfriend, Michael, gets by Sam somehow and gets into the house and rubs me out.
Well, you ain't so bad off, Kingfish. If that happened, you don't have to pay Sam the $10.
Oh, I see. There's money there. Hello, Sapphire.
George, what you doing coming home? I'm in the middle of the arrangements. I won't be ready for you till 7.
Oh, so that's the way it is. Well, now that it's out and the eyes wise to you, I know what you was up to, woman.
Oh, everything. And it was going to be such gay...
What a cold-blooded woman you is.
George is just going to have to go ahead on schedule. All your friends is going to be here, and you just can't spoil it for them.
Holy smokes. The next thing you'll be telling me is I'll be a poor sport if I don't let them all take a crack at me.
George, I don't know what you're talking about, but you done spoiled everything. I wanted your birthday party to be such a big surprise for you.
Huh. Birthday? Friends? Holy mackerel. This is my birthday. You was going to have a surprise party for me?
Yes, and Michael the tailor's coming up with your new suit. I give him your measurements, and he's worked so hard to have it all ready for you.
Michael the tailor? Oh, my. Oh, Michael.
George, what's going on here? Why is you acting like this?
Well, honey, you see, I thought, I think I was under the...
Oh, good heavens, George, there's the dough. Our friends is arriving, and the whole surprise will be gone.
Oh, me, a bunch of people out there, huh? Oh, I saw it. Wait a minute. I got an angle. You let him in.
But, George...
Listen, I tell you what. I'll run down the back steps right quick, go round the front, ring the doorbell, and I'll act like I is surprised.
Okay, hurry up now, George.
All right.
I'll let him in.
Oh, me. How could I have been so stupid, suspecting my dear sweet wife? Well, I won't spoil a little surprise. Now I'll get up on the porch and ring the doorbell and then act like I is dumb. Then I'll... Oh!
Well, that's the easiest $10 I ever made.
Let it run over at the studio, please. Let the record run. There we go. How do you do, ladies and gentlemen? This is Amos. And when I slide into my own natural voice, my name is Freeman Gosson. I just want you to know how my partner, Charles Carell, and I are so glad and so and so and so and so.